Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. My name is Coach Scott, and I'm going to be running your You and Me class this morning, which is for ages 18 months to 3 years of age. And today is actually our last Tuesday of our school year schedule, which obviously got thrown all out of whack with the virus and everything. So we've been doing classes virtually online here through YouTube Live for you. I hope you've enjoyed them. I know I have. It's been nice to have that familiarity, something I like to do, to be able to continue doing that while we've been out of the gym. I'm excited to say we're going to be back in the gym for recreational classes beginning with our summer schedule, and that starts on Monday, June 29th. So if you're ready to venture out and you want to get back into a rhythm with your family, establishing a class pattern and things like that, our summer session is 8 weeks, begins the Monday, June 29th, and we have preschool classes, boys rec classes, girls rec classes, parkour classes. We have some tumbling classes. So a little bit of something for hopefully everybody, every kiddo in your family. So if you're interested, we're getting back into the gym beginning on June 29th, and that schedule is open for registration. But without further ado, why don't we get into our class today? We're going to be focusing on parts of our bodies, learning where's our head. Do you know where your head is? Is this it? What about this? Is it right here? No, right? This is our head. So we're going to start by doing our head, shoulders, knees, and toes song, okay? So I'm going to get that ready for us. And you want to stand up. Make sure you have some space around you so that you can move. And we're going to get our bodies moving and warmed up for our gymnastics today, okay? All right, here we go.
My head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes. Let's all join hands together.
Make sure you're pointing to the body parts.
My head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes. Let's all join hands together. My head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes, my head, my shoulders, my knees, my toes. Let's all join hands together.
Good job, guys. All right. Make sure the music's all set. So as I said, we're focusing on learning different parts of our body. So we have our head, we have our shoulders, we have our knees, and we have our toes all the way down there, okay? So let's get our head, our shoulders, our knees, and toes, our whole body stretched out so we're ready for our gymnastics, okay? So we're gonna sit down in our straddle position. So straddle is when your legs go out like this, okay? So not like this, straddle. You open them up. And we're gonna put our arms up super high, and we're gonna clap our hands together above our head 3 times. So we'll count to 3. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. And we're gonna take our fingers and we're gonna tickle our toes over here. Reach and tickle, 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 tickle. Good. And come back up high. Arms are up super, super high. And we're gonna clap our hands together 2 times and count to 2. Ready? Go. 1 and 2. Reach for your other toes and tickle them. Tickle, 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 tickle. Good job. And arms up really high. And we're going to clap our hands together 1 time and say 1. Ready? 1. And we're going to reach for the middle. And you can tickle the floor in front of you. Reach as far as you can. Good work. All right, so this is our straddle. Now we're gonna bring our legs together. And when our legs are together, this is called our pike position, okay? So I'll go this way so you can see my legs better. My legs are together and I'm pointing my toes. Can you point your toes? Can you flex them? When you flex your toes, your toes kind of point back at you, all right? So I'm flexing. And I'm pointing. These are things that we work on in our next class up, which is our tiny tots for ages 3 and 4. So a little bit of a preview here today. We're pointing our toes and then we're flexing, learning how to make our body move the way we need to. All right, so let's flex our toes. You can just have regular feet if you want. And we're gonna put our arms up super high and we're gonna touch our toes Let's go 5 times. Let's count to 5 together. Each time we touch our toes, we count up. Ready? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3? Right? 4, good job, and 5. Good work. Now, we're gonna lift one leg up like this, and we're gonna make our foot go around and around and around and around. You can draw a picture with your foot if you want. We can pretend to do that. I'm going to draw a picture of outer space, of planets, and the sun and stars. What are you going to draw a picture of? What about like a rainbow unicorn? That could be nice. And then we're going to bring our knee in, and we're going to give it a hug. Oh, and a kiss. Good work. Now let's lift up our other leg, and we're going to make this foot go around and around and around. And then we're going to give, well, we got to draw another picture, right? Let's draw another picture with this foot. What do you want to draw? Could be anything. I'm reading your mind. I think that's a great idea. You should draw that, okay? I'm going to draw over here in my house. I'm going to draw a field of sheep, because I like sheep and cows and horses. All right, then we're going to give that knee a big hug. Oh, and we're going to give it a kiss. Great. Now, my friends, we're going to take our feet and we're going to bring them together in front of us. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to grab our feet. And we're going to make our legs go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then you can go a little bit faster. This is called a butterfly stretch, okay? We're flapping our butterfly wings, and we're going around, and we're visiting all the beautiful flowers, taking a drink at each one, and fluttering off to another. Flap, 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 flap. Where do you want to fly to? We can go anywhere. Almost anywhere. Flap those wings. All right, and we're going to stop. And now we're going to go arms out wide. Actually, we're going to crisscross our legs, arms out wide. One big clap in front of our bodies. Ready, go. That wasn't too big, was it? Let's try it again. Ready, go. That was better. And roll the wrists. Roll them, roll them, roll them. Good, and let's shake them. Excellent, good job. Now, let's practice our tables, okay? Can you guys do a table? We've been doing them each week if you've been visiting with me. Ready? You're gonna put your feet flat on the ground, which if today's your first time with us, hello and welcome. All right, this is called a table. Our feet are gonna be flat. Our hands, we're gonna put down just a little bit behind us. All right, mom and dad can help make sure the hands are in the right spot. We don't want them back here. We want our hands right around behind our bum, okay? And now we're gonna lift our bum off the ground and try to bring our belly button up as high as we can, okay? Good job. And then we're gonna come back down. We're gonna try that again, but this time, I wanna see how high you can get your belly button up, all right? So if your belly button was down here, try to push and lift up your belly higher. Ready, go ahead, do your table. All right, and come on down. Now, we're going to do our rock and roll. So for our rock and roll, we want to make sure that we have our hands on our knees or our shins, okay? So we're going to put them on our knees or shins, and we're going to hold on tight. And then we want to round our back, okay? So that way we can rock back and roll. Mom and dad, if you're helping your child with the rock and roll, which you might need to in order for them to rock back and roll forward, you want to put one hand on their shins, on their knees. Your other hand should go right around their upper back, neck area, so that way you can rock them back, roll them forward. Another way you can do a rock and roll with your little one, especially if they're on the younger side and they're not quite able to control their bodies to rock back and forth, you can sit cross-legged and hold your child here, and you can rock back and roll forward, okay? So that's another way you can just get them used to the sensation of rocking back, starting to kind of get used to going upside down as we rock back onto our shoulders, and then roll forward. Just make sure you hold on, so that way they're nice and safe, okay? But if you're going this way for their rock and roll, hands are on their knees. You put your hand over their knees as well. Other hand on their upper back, and we rock back. And we roll forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Ready? We'll count. Ready? Rock back, roll forward. That's 1. Try to keep that back round so you can rock and roll on it. Rock back and roll forward is 2. Good job. All right. So we are all stretched out. Today, we're going over our different body parts. So I want to see if you know the different parts of your body, okay? So what is our body, right? It's this, right? You have a body, and your body has many different parts. During our warm-up song, we touched 4 different parts of our body, right? We did our head. This is our head. Can you touch your head? Good. So this is your head. We want to be nice to your head. Then our shoulders are here, okay? Then our knees are this part of our leg. It's where our legs bend. That's our knee. And then our toes are the little toes on our feet, all the way down here. So we have our head, we have our shoulders, our knees, and our toes. Do you know where your hands are? Where are your hands? Oh, hello. Here's a hand. You have 2 hands, okay? You have your right hand and your left hand, okay? Can you wave your hands? Good job. So we're waving our hands. So we've done our head, our shoulders, our knees and toes, our hands. What about our bellies? Where's your belly? Is this my belly? No, right? Here it is, where your belly button is. This is your belly. Can you rub your belly? Breakfast was so delicious today. Rub your belly. Okay, so we have our belly or our stomach, all right? Now, do you know where your elbow is? Where's your elbow? What is an elbow? Right here. On your arm, you have an elbow on each arm. It's where your arm bends, right? This part right here is your elbow. So you have 1 elbow and you have 2 elbows. Can you touch your elbow with 1 hand? Crossing over that midline. Can you touch that elbow? Good. All right, now let's go back up like this. Can you touch your other elbow? Crossing over again. Touch that. Are you touching it? I hope you are. You're touching that elbow. Good job. All right, so we have our head, our shoulders, our knees, toes, hands, elbows, stomach. What else can we talk about? Do you know where your feet are? Where are your feet? Your toes are on your foot. So this is a foot. We have 2 feet, right? So if you want, we can touch our feet. So let's see if we can find the different parts of our body together, okay? Can you pat your head? Good job. Can you touch 1 elbow? Great. Can you rub your tummy? Rub that tummy. What about your knees? Can you pat your knees? Can you pat them? Or slap your knees? We'll go with slap your knees. Let's sit down on our bums now. Can you make your feet wiggle? How about this? Can you take your fingers and can you tickle your toes? Go tickle, 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 tickle. So ticklish. Can you do it again? Take your fingers and let's tickle, tickle, tickle. Good job. What about we've slapped our knees, we've touched our elbows. Where are your shoulders? Can you rub your shoulders like this? Rub, 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 rub. And then let's shake our hands like this above our head. Up high. Can you shake your hands out to the sides? Good job. What about behind you? Good work. All right, guys. So our body has many different parts. We've got our head, our shoulders, our knees, our toes. We have our feet. We have our elbows. It's almost like the song knew to start playing again. All right, we have our elbows. We have our fingers. We have our stomach or our belly. We have so many different parts, okay? So I hope you had fun and got to learn a different part of your body with me today. Now, after our activity, we're gonna go into some of our gymnastics skills. Let me just see what we're doing for time. All right, we've got good time here. So today is a little bit of a review day. We're gonna go over a few different skills, more than a few, a handful of skills that we have been working on while we've been at home together, okay? So the first one is our forward roll. You probably guessed it, right? Forward roll. So for our forward roll, you always want to make sure you have plenty of space around you. So when you roll forward, you don't roll into anything. So I'm looking forward, I have plenty of space, so this is good. And I'm doing it on a nice soft surface, so I'm not going to hurt myself. To do our forward roll, we're going to bend our knees. We're going to take our hands and put them in front of us, okay? Mom and Dad, you're probably going to need to help your child with their forward roll. And I'll explain how you can do that in just a second. But this is where we start. We've got our knees bent, our hands are down. The next thing we're going to do before we roll, we're going to tuck our head. See my head? I'm going to go tuck, and I'm going to look for my stomach that we just talked about. I'm going to look for my belly button. All right? So I'm going to really tuck my head. So when I roll, the part of my body that first touches the ground is going to be the back of my head or my neck, okay? So I'll show you, and then I'll explain to Mom and Dad how they can help you. So we're going to start by bending our knees. Hands are out in front of us. I'm going to tuck my head, tuck, 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 like a turtle putting its head in the shell. And I'm going to roll forward, okay? Now, if you need help with your forward roll, Mom and Dad, the best way you can help them, or grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whoever is old enough to assist. The best thing you can do in helping them with their forward roll is make sure they tuck their head so the top of their head does not touch the mat, okay? We want to make it so that it's the back of their head or their neck that first contacts the floor or the mat. To help them with that, you can say, make sure you tuck, 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 tuck your head, look for your belly button. And then to help them roll, you might need to lift their hips just a little bit and to get them to roll. So when they're in this position here, you would put one hand here, the other hand here, and lift them up just a little bit so that they can roll forward, all right? So let's do a forward roll together. Now that we all know our parts, we all know how we need to go, what we need to do our forward roll well and safe. Ready? We're standing up. Let's bend our knees. Hands go flat on the ground in front of us. Then we're going to tuck our head, tuck, tuck, tuck. And we're gonna roll forward. All right, that is our forward roll. Make sure you tuck that head to look for your belly button right in there. Okay, so we take care of our head. We also take care of our neck. And Mom and Dad or whoever's helping, make sure you assist them by putting your hands on their hips and giving them a little bit of a lift. And if your child's is closer rather to 3, you may find that they're able to do it more so on their own. But the biggest obstacle will be making sure they don't put their head down. A lot of children will want to do this for their forward roll. And that's not going to help them be able to get to roll. So really encourage them to tuck their head so that way it's the very back of their head, or more ideally, it's this part here that's touching when they roll, okay? So that is our forward roll. Another skill we can work on at home today is our donkey kicks, okay? Parents, once again, you might be able to help your child with this by lifting them at their hips. For our donkey kicks, we're gonna put our hands flat on the ground, and we're gonna have our feet behind us. Now we're gonna make sure we keep our arms super straight, okay? Are your arms straight? Mine are. I hope yours are. But my arms are straight. And now I'm going to jump my legs up. So parents, if you help by lifting their hips up, you can help them get their feet off the ground. Jumping with 2 feet is a skill developmentally that a child will learn between the ages of 2 and 4 years old. So you may find that your child's able to do it on their own, which is great. You may find that your child needs a little bit of assistance, which is great because they're right where they should be. They're learning how to control their bodies, and everyone learns at their own speed, and that is perfectly okay. So for us, with our donkey kick, we're putting our hands flat, nice straight arms. We've got our feet on the ground. Parents, you might need to put your hands on the hips so that you can kick up, all right? Then you can try to see how high you can kick your legs up. Ready? Let's do 3 more donkey kicks and see if we can get our legs up higher. Make sure those arms stay straight. Hands are flat, arms are straight. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? For your donkey kicks, make sure you have plenty of space around you so you don't kick the wall or siblings, or even the dog or cat. We want to make sure we take care of everybody, all right? So our donkey kicks. Straight arms, kick the legs up, and get used to getting upside down. That's one of the reasons I like a donkey kick with younger kids. If they can control their body, we're teaching them to maintain their body weight through their arms while they're starting to get inverted, and they're also getting used to the idea of being upside down, which sometimes can be a frightening thing for them. So be able to work on it in this little way is really helpful, all right? So we've got a donkey kick. Now let's stand up on our feet. We've also worked on jumping with 2 feet while we've been at home. For this one, all we're doing is jumping with 2 feet. As I said with the donkey kick, some children might be able to do that on their own already. They might be able to jump. All right, kiddo, can you try jumping with 2 feet? Jump. Some you might find kind of gallop a little bit. All right, we're trying to go for jumping with 2 feet. To help them with that, parent, you can put your arms through underneath their armpits, and you can kind of lift them up. And you'll see them kind of like this. Try to lift them up so that their feet come off the ground. And they get the sensation of the knees bending as they come down and straightening out as they go up. We're jumping with 2 feet. That is very important milestone for kids in our You and Me class, jumping with 2 feet. All right? Now, if you want to jump even higher, watch what I do with my arms, okay? I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to go jump. I jumped so high, you couldn't even see my face. All right? You can use your arms to jump up. So if you want to try to jump super, super high, use those arms and go, ready, jump. And let's try that again. Bend those knees and bring your arms up. And we're doing super big jumps. Good job, all right? Jumping with 2 feet. Forward rolls, donkey kicks, jumping with 2 feet, running. Running is really important to learn. Let's see how we are on our time here. Perfect. So we're gonna start by sitting on our bums. Now, we're gonna work on using our arms when we run. Because when we run, we should be moving our arms like this. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. Can you make one go to your face, the other switch? I'll go this way so you can see my arms move. See how my arms go back and forth? Can you do that? Mom and dad, you can help your child learn how to move their arms for running by sitting behind them. So a child is here, and you can help them by manipulating their arms a little bit so they get used to that movement. So we can move our arms. And as you get used to this, you can kind of go faster and faster and faster. And as you go super fast, you'll see you start to bob around a little bit. My legs are moving. We're running, all right? Now, let's try doing that standing up. So we're gonna stand in place and we're going to move our legs and our arms. And we're just gonna stay right where we are. We're gonna run right here. You ready? We're gonna count to 5. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right, so working on our running, using our arms so we can run super fast, okay? Super fast running. Now, we're gonna work on marching. Marching is really important too, in case you ever get to be in a parade. And other things too. But when we march, we wanna use our arms. So our leg goes up. Our other leg goes up. When this leg goes up, this arm comes up. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. So we're marching, we're using those arms. Marching. Try to bring those knees up high, okay? So that's our marching. And then before we go here, I want to do the cartwheel with you, okay? Because cartwheel is super fun. When you're working on a cartwheel and you're 18 months or 2 or 3 years old, we're not kicking our legs up. What we're doing for our cartwheel now at this age is we're taking our hands, I'm putting them down on the floor like this, and I'm just trying to lift my feet off the ground and over to the other side. I'll show you one more time. And this is something you can work on your own at home. We take our hands, watch how they go down. They go down like this, okay? My fingers are pointing away from my body, off to the side. Jump. I put my hands and I jump. Take your hands, you can keep going. And put your hands down and jump. Take our hands, put them down and jump. Try to lift your feet off the ground and turn your body so that you're facing back where you came from. Hands down, jump. And now I'm facing that way. Good work. All right, guys. I hope you had fun learning the different parts of your body with me, slapping our knees, patting our head. I hope you got to learn something new with our gymnastics today, maybe working on your cartwheel, how to lift your legs up and over to the other side. Maybe it was your forward roll so that your head doesn't touch the ground. Keep working super hard. I am very proud of you guys. Thank you so much for joining me online these past few months. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. I know it's been a privilege and a pleasure for me to be able to do this with you. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for making this possible. We'll be providing more video content to our MSGA online platform. If you're a member of that platform, you'll see more preschool classes go up on that platform in the coming weeks and months, as we want that to be a continued resource for you while you're at home. So if you're not familiar, feel free to email us, info@metrosouthgymnastics.com, so you can get more information about the MSGA online platform. It has videos for gymnastics, martial arts, parkour, little kid gymnastics like this. It has our rock, rattle, and roll class, which is our music and movement class. It includes crafts. There's activities for children to do on a rainy day, all different things. There's dance, cheer, I believe, and even yoga. There's all sorts of activities. It's a wealth of information and resources for your family. So if you're interested, email us at info@metrosouthgymnastics.com. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.